great pleasure to be sitting here as a replacement minister for the Labor Minister, Labor, Health and Social Welfare. That we're sitting here today actually in a very positive light with two of our homegrown St. Martiners, where they have been given the opportunity through a memorandum of understanding between the head of Labor Affairs, Mrs. Peggy Andros Richardson, as a representative of the Ministry of Public Health, Social Development, Labor for the government of St. Martin, and JNF Engineering NV, represented here today by Mr. Kenneth Oliver, the director to my far right, and the newly appointed president of Damas Caribbean Limited, Mr. Ricardo Mahadeo. These two young gentlemen to my left, none other than DeFeel Richardson and Mr. Asivio Matthews, are the first two to be trained via this memorandum of understanding in Trinidad. And of course, to my left, we have Natasha Richardson, also of the Labor Department. This is an initiative of the Labor Department, so I think it would be only fitting for me to invite the head of the Labor Department at this time to give further information on why we are here today.
I'd like to repeat their names. In my opinion, the guest of honor, if I may, Mr. Oliver and Mr. Madeo, if I may appoint the honor to DeFeel Richardson and Asivio Matthews as in fact being our guest of honors in what I perceive to be a very significant milestone for them personally, for the Department of Labor Affairs, and by extension, the Ministry of Public Health, Social Development, and Labor. It is a commendation, or it is a recognition of the efforts of the Department of Labor Affairs, in particular section labor market. I'd like to point out the section head, Natasha Richardson, and I'd like to also make light of Ms. Sharon Fleming, the senior officer in job placement, who was also instrumental in securing this memorandum of understanding. Many of you would have known that the department has made strides over the past 2 to 3 years to think outside the box and to offer opportunities for our clients. In this case, Mr. DeFeel Richardson and Asivio Matthews. The department recognizes as well that there is a pull by the business sector for employment permits of non-nationals. JNF Engineering NV was in fact no different in this respect. We approached JNF Engineering NV and informed them that we would in fact not have an issue with rendering employment permits, and I say that loosely, but we are asking them to please sign a memorandum of understanding with the department so that the skill set or the competencies and the work that is being executed by the non-nationals that they wish to bring in, and in this respect, welders, for specific projects. It is a specialized welding certificate, I understand, Mr. Oliver and Mr. Madeo, that we ask them to sign a memorandum of understanding and provide training at their cost of full comprehensive certified industry recognized training for our clients. I have to say immediately off the bat that JNF Engineering and by extension Damas Caribbean Limited absolutely did not hesitate in signing this memorandum of understanding. As a matter of fact, which is an internal joke in our department, I say joke lightly, when the job placement officer and the section head presented me with the first draft of the memorandum of understanding, and Natasha would remember that well, I read through it quickly, and I believe Mr. Oliver was sitting downstairs waiting on my sign-off so that he can sign off as well. I read it through quickly, and I said, wait a minute. If this is going to be real, let's make this real, and let's recognize that if JNF Engineering is going to commit to training our clients, that includes clients that we may identify that are studying abroad and that want to return to St. Martin and that may have the education but need the skill set to do this job. So they quickly tweaked that article in the MOU, and I said at their expense, and they signed it off, and it has all been at the company's expense. We're extremely pleased with this MOU, and there are more details, but I don't think that I want to burden anyone with that. I want to give a hearty congratulations to the company, a hearty congratulations to DeField Richardson and to Asivio Matthews. The company, as a matter of fact, just to add to the cost, because people like to know there's value to this. We insisted that we wanted our job coach to visit Trinidad as well, because we didn't want to send our clients to Trinidad, and I've been to Trinidad, it's a lovely country, but we didn't want to send our clients to Trinidad and then drop off. We said, well, we want you to pay for our job coach to visit our clients in Trinidad, to Mako, if I can use that phrase, to make sure that they're all right. And that also occurred flawlessly. Our job coach had a wonderful work visit between October 28th and October 31st. Very hectic visit. And she met with Asivio and with DeField. She met with the representatives of Damus Caribbean Limited.
Santa leave the North Pole and come down to St. Martin. For the Lion Wally have a town. Christmas bingo on Saturday, December the 5th at the festival village. Lion bingo, December the 5th. Overloaded baskets with ham, turkey and snack. Lion bingo, December the 5th. Airline tickets secured and be back. Lions bingo, December the 5th. Come and play with your friends, it starts 8 p.m. sharp. Lions bingo, December the 5th. Just $10 a card, don't forget Santa's bar. Lions bingo, December the 5th. Lions bingo, December the 5th. Lions bingo, December the 5th. Lion Wally Haverton Christmas Bingo Spectacular is on, folks, on December the 5th at the Festival Village from 8 p.m. sharp. Get your tickets for only $10 from any Lion member or at the Lion's Den in Soccer Garden. Anybody bingo? Nobody bingo.
Need a loan that's quick and easy. Island Finance. Up to 50,000 guineas real easy. Island Finance. For education, a renovation. That's no problem. Yes, it's true. That's not all. They're quick and friendly too. Island Finance. Appliances, vacations, even fix your car. You can depend on Island Finance.
That book has superpowers. Powers? It makes people suddenly appear. Really?
You're here
It makes people suddenly appear.
at the right time.
Festive feast from KFC. The taste that brings everyone together. So good.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
Oh my, what an inventory list, and so unnecessary. But wait, your home contents are all insured by Be Sure. That means that you determine the amount you want to insure. No inventory list, no hassle.
Are you be sure? Be sure.
Bob, I see you got a new couch. Now you don't have anything else to worry about. Uh-oh, but don't worry about it. With your Be Sure home insurance, the contents of your home are all covered for free.
Are you be sure? Be sure.
Yeah, for free.
The rest of the community will have any impact on their fighting of the crime that is spiraling out of control?
Okay, so that's exactly the tension that I'm talking about. If you want to get to the moon, you need a rocket. You could want to get to the moon because by the moon you might find minerals that are useful to you and resources, but you also have to have the means to get there. If you don't have the means, you'll have to do without until you can generate the means to be able to get there. To a lot of people, this sounds like a foreign, strange concept, but it's a very logical, normal approach to things. You need to have priorities and you need to make choices. If we are going to build more roads, the resources we have, we'll have to take away from another corner. If we're going to give the police department everything they want, everything they need to make sure we have maximum safety, that has to come from somewhere else. Do we take it from the schools? Do we take it from the rest of the human resources that we have in government that we have to get rid of to do it? It's cannons of butter. Hard decisions, all right? But you can't act as if you have all the resources and everybody can get everything.
And my final question, Minister, you also hold the responsibility for the census office, I believe.
The what?
The census office, no?
Census, no.
Number plates?
Number plates?
Yes.
Finance, yes.
Yes, okay. We're already in December, and January is fast approaching. And like I said earlier, I know that you're still new, but do you have any updates on what's going on with the 2016 number plates? Has a design already been chosen? Are we going to be on time for it?
Don't know.
With it? You don't know. Thank
Honest,
you.
Honest, I do not know.
Thank you so much.
I've tackled the things using all the time I've got available, 16 hours a day, every day. And there's still a lot of things I got to get to. And this I haven't gotten to yet. What I do know I can tell you about number plates is that there is legislation now in Parliament to increase number plate license fees. That was set on its course before my time, and it's at Parliament to be handled when they choose the date.
Thank you so much, Minister.
You're welcome.
I'm coming to you at this time, asking you to support me, to support the members of the board of the St. Martin Christian Party, to support the candidates when they're selected and affirmed, and to support us with your vote, with your prayers, so that the St. Martin Christian Party can get in government and make a difference. The wisest man who ever lived, a shrewd ruler, King Solomon, said these words: "When the righteous rule, the people rejoice. And when the wicked rule, the people mourn." I'm sure that you have heard people on St. Martin mourning and complaining of late. People are complaining about our unstable government. 5 governments in 5 years. And the government that is now in power wasn't put there by the people. 5 governments in 5 years. I'm sure that you've heard people complain about corruption in government. ship jumping in Parliament, and awful customer service from the civil servants. I'm sure you've heard that greed and self-gain are the order of the day in political and government circles. I'm sure that you've heard people complain about increase in crime, robberies, shootings, murders. And just last night, at a gasoline station in Coal Bay, it was robbed and one of the attendants shot to death. While police were investigating that particular robbery and shooting, another gas station in Simpson Bay was being robbed. Crime on the increase and people are complaining. I'm sure you've heard mothers complaining about having to work 2 and 3 jobs to be able to support their children. And I'm sure that you've heard our senior citizens complain that they are unable to pay the light and water and food and transportation with their meager old age pension. People in St. Martin are mourning, complaining, and hurting. And a lot of this can be traced back to poor government and poor leadership. Well, the St. Martin Christian Party wants to make a difference. We want to bring Christian principles, not church, mind you, into Parliament, into government, into the civil service. And you may ask, how are we going to do that? First of all, if change is to take place, it's going to have to begin with each one of us. The Christian parliamentarian will have to live and work according to Christian standards. The Christian minister of government must uphold Christian principles while in office and out of office. The Christian civil servant must act like a Christian while serving the customer and while relating to his or her colleagues and his or her boss. In this area, we must lead by example. All eyes will be on the Christian parliamentarian, the Christian minister, and the Christian civil servant. Christians in government will have to walk the talk. According to Gandhi, you must be the change you want to see in the world. So if we want to have change, especially in the area of integrity and principles, then we ourselves must be the change that we want to see. And so we envision a parliament and a government that is stable. A government and a parliament that would last for 4 years. Ship jumping will no longer occur. Not because integrity has been legislated, but because our elected and appointed officials will realize that they must be the integrity that they want to see in government and in Parliament and in the civil service. The St. Martin Christian Party will bring about an awareness that we are not in government because of greed or for what we can get out of government, but we are elected and appointed to serve the people, all the people, no matter their color, their race, or their creed. The St. Martin Christian Party is aware of the fact that we're going to have to set priorities. St. Martin is faced with so many problems, and it is impossible to tackle all of them at the same time. We have to set priorities and take small bites that we can chew. Therefore, our manifesto, when it's ready, is not going to be a long, drawn-out paper full of activities and projects just to impress people.
So what's your idea of holiday happiness? Watching the kids open presents? Cooking in our new kitchen? The look on his face. Add to your holiday happiness with a loan from Scotiabank, and you could win a trip for two to Miami and other great prizes. Visit your Scotiabank branch today and talk to a representative about getting your loan. Contest ends January 15th. Conditions apply. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
One,
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4,
4.
4. But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness.
Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as one.
2.
3.
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
Santa leave the North Pole and come down to St. Martin. For the Lion Wally have a town. Christmas bingo on Saturday, December the 5th at the festival village. Lion bingo, December the 5th. Overloaded baskets with ham, turkey and snack. Lion bingo, December the 5th. Airline tickets secured and be back. Lion bingo, December the 5th. Come and play with your friends, it starts 8 p.m. sharp. Lion bingo, December the 5th. Just $10 a car, don't forget Santa's bar. Lion bingo, December the 5th. Lion bingo, December the 5th. Lion bingo, December the 5th. Lion Wally Haverton Christmas Bingo Spectacular is on, folks, on December the 5th at the Festival Village from 8 p.m. sharp. Get your tickets for only $10 from any Lion member or at the Lion's Den in Soccer Garden. Anybody bingo? Nobody bingo.
An update on if you start to look at it or if any changes will be made to the new transportation policy.
Good morning. As I have indicated, I've been having meetings with the several department heads, and at this point I didn't meet with the transportation department. In my cabinet I have a person who is in charge with the transportation. He's gathering all the information, and by Friday we will sit together and get together and see what needs to be handled and what measures needs to be taken. And once I have that information, I will bring it forward to the attention to the press and the media.
Okay, and also on the airport, you said it's pretty early to say anything about it, but Are you getting the cooperation of the board at the airport?
The corporation with the, because we have two boards, the operating and the holding.
The operating.
The operating at this moment, because we are still awaiting the outcome of the situation with the managing director of the operation board. We are in conversation with them, and I said based on the outcome of the case that she held against the former prime minister, we will take measures. But they are cooperating with us.
We highlight, as I've said before, the negatives in our society, but I would like to take this time, though I'm unable to meet him at the airport this morning as he's arriving at 11 from French Guiana, where he went to represent St. Martin in kickboxing. He came out successful, and so I am proud to say that though I'm not able to attend, a member of the sports department will be greeting him along with the press so that he can get the necessarily positive push and promote sports and education on St. Martin, and that we can go out there in the world and represent well. So congratulations once again to Mr. Ichmar Cozier. He is a good all-rounder, actually plays basketball and baseball as well. So he's now focused on kickboxing, and he has been successful in representing St. Martin at French Guiana. So congratulations, and I hope to see him on the front page.